Hello, welcome to another Gundam Operation 2 video. That is the O, and yeah, this is one of my favorite suits in just Mobile Suit Gundam in general, and I think even just in Mecha, it's a for me it's a really great design, and this thing has been buffed recently. I kind of alluded to it in the two past buff or scuff videos, which would be the Gap Flea and the Moon Gundam, that the O was buffed for both 650 and 700. Well, obviously they had to buff all levels of it, right? So, and yeah, this was a suit I played quite often when it came out. It was like my go-to for 650, but eventually, it just not exactly power crept, because if you look at the stats, like its win stuff that I had on the unit adjustments, the suit was actually pretty tied up in win rate. It was almost close to tying with the win rate. It was less than a point off, I believe. And the damage output, it was actually higher than the typical generals. The only thing it wasn't winning at was win rate, and then if you look at its the amount of times it would die in a match, it was actually higher than the typical death for a general at 650. So obviously it was tied to something. The reason it was losing was being tied to it getting killed more. So they had to buff. They buffed a few things on this being a lot easier to not die with. So one of these things, they gave it damage control, which is quite nice. That was a skill I was heavily requesting this suit get. I think I might have foresaw this way back in the initial thoughts for this suit, that eventually there's going to be more suits that will be having better stun accumulation, right? Or maybe one of the other videos I have on the O. I have quite a few on the O. I really do like the suit. And yeah, eventually I just kind of just let go of the O to play some other suits, but now they buffed it, and hey, I'm right back in it. And yeah, it's a really fantastic close range combat suit. The beam rifle itself already does like pretty good damage, and the follow-up rapid fire version of it can do some pretty good damage. The stun accumulation is so-so, especially at a cost like 650 and 700, where maneuver armor and stuff like damage control exists, so it can be a little bit harder to stun people. I guess there's a maneuver armor level 2. I think that's the one that reduces stun accumulation a little bit, right? But yeah, but the real shining crown on the O here is the melee. The double beam saber melee attacks are really gross in terms of damage. The way back then when I was playing it, I kind of just did downswing combos with it, where obviously I would do like single beam saber downswing, double beam saber downswing, and then back into single beam saber downswing. But then I realized, like, at some point, that the side swings are actually really gross for the O to do. If you guys don't know, these side swings for the O, you probably already seen me use it quite a few times already in this this match alone. The side swings, it'll actually use its hidden arms for regular melee attacks. Of course, it already does that for the downswing, but for the side swing, it does that as well. And yeah, it builds up damage very fast. It makes it really easy to confirm a lot of damage off of counters, or off of just honestly, you can just boost up and use it. And sometimes the range can be pretty big on it. You can at least catch people off guard, and sometimes it'll catch me off guard when I just throw it out, and people just get hit by it, right? It's a really useful tool for just getting that damage off or catching people. So yeah, really good. The O is just a fantastic close range suit that has needed help in trying to approach, because like I said, it was getting stunned. It had no damage control, and you're playing this big of a suit at a cost like 650. Again, like I said, the Delta Plus could like 2-tap this suit with its beam rifle, and it'll get stunned, right? Or something like the Rebabu trying to come in and get stun accumulation. And it's even worse at 700, where at 700, it has stuff like the Unicorn units that can just bully this thing in and out, right? Which, funnily enough, at 700, they actually increased the damage control. So the damage control, we already got just damage control at 650, but they also gave it damage control level 2 at 700. Which is even better. And the thing is, I do have some matches recorded of me playing it at 700, and I can't wait to show you guys those at some point. Because it feels good dunking on 700 suits with a 650 O, just because I really like the O, right? Also, at this point in the match, there is a pilot who is going to attempt a bomb plant. I do believe I noticed he was going to do it, but I kind of ignored it because I thought we were really far ahead in the match. You can already see it's like 9,000 to 6,000. But then again, this is 650 cost, so I kind of forgot about that. But don't worry about it though. We'll worry about it until the end. Meanwhile, we're gonna be fighting this enemy out here. Another thing they did for the O here is they gave it a bunch of buffers to help it take less damage while dying. That includes back buffers, shoulder buffers, and leg buffers, which, yeah, obviously leg buffer is probably the bigger thing on that, where it takes up like half your body, more than half your body. Oh, yeah, here's the part where I'm ignoring the, I saw the person, he's gonna plant a bomb, obviously, but hey, you know what, I figured, you know what, let's just go ahead and leave him alone, we can finish off his friends, they'll have one less suit on the front line, and even if that bomb plant goes off, we're still pretty far ahead where we can kind of work with that, right? Yeah, back to the buffers. The level 2 700 O actually gets even higher buffers on its on the backpack of the legs and the shoulders. So again, really great ideas here. I say ideas, decent enough stuff here. I think the damage control might have been a great idea, but I said that before. The buffers are really great at preventing the O from dying a really quick death. And thankfully, I'm fighting a few suits here where maybe, like with I believe there's double GPO1s this match, and they did increase the stun accumulation on the Vulcans for the GPO1, which is funny because pretty much the GPO1s have become a little bit useless against me, where, okay, I have maneuver armor to absorb stun, and I have, obviously, just damage control, so they can't use their typical just Vulcan stuff on me. They can't rapid fire Vulcan stun me, you know, back away and shoot at me. Which, hey, I think I actually boost faster than they can, so, and hey, by the way, eat this counter, so, also, pretty badass, counter there. Almost killed the, almost killed the GPO1 there. He's going to be running away with his tail in between his legs, and, yeah, we're going to be having a choke point here, and honestly, I just now got reminded that I never really gave my thoughts in video form over this new map, the colony drop area. I should probably make some kind of video about it at some point, kind of going further into how I feel about it. Maybe not exactly a initial thoughts on the new map, right? But kind of maybe just a match I've had on this, and just kind of explaining how I feel about the map and, you know, just the match in general at some point, right? Meanwhile, in the last minute of the match, well, I should say almost last 40 seconds, go ahead and finish off the GPO1. He tried to get a little bit close for extra damage. We're going to clash. I forgot GPO1 has power accelerator, but thankfully the enemy O comes in to interrupt. So I'm going to take advantage of that, get some damage off on the GPO1, and get the O down swung, and here comes Shazar Team A. He has, well, a heavy attack. Can't really do anything about that. I thought I could be really cheeky and just clash with him, but nope, he had a heavy attack ready. I have to remember, raids with heavy attacks will always just be heavy attacking. And yeah, there's nothing else I can do here for the last 10 seconds of the match, and just hope my team survives long enough, because if you look at the score, it's really close. 16,000 to 15,300. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Okay, I didn't even realize that our teammates got a kill at the end, so, well, never mind then. No more stakes in the match. Good works all around, and let's see how he did in the big boy himself, the O. And, hey, top individual, 4,500, and top damage, 133k. Gonna praise some teammates, and I got first place, 5 and 2, and almost 30,000 pursuit assists as well, and you know, pretty good in assist score as well, third place in that. And yeah, that would you believe me if I told you that was my first time playing the O? Or I say first time, one of my first few matches in the O, after a good few months not playing it. I really do enjoy playing the O, but like I said, it took a little bit of a break playing the O at 650 to look for other suits to play, and now I'm back with it, and yeah, it feels pretty great. Again, that damage control, it was really useful for a big suit like the O here. I feel a lot better about approaching people to try and go in for melee. If they're trying to do their typical, I'm going to shoot you really fast and hope you get stunned before you reach me kind of thing, right? And obviously, having more buffers, I take less damage as well. So, very simple buffs, but they're very effective for the O. Now, if there's other things I can think of for the O for a buff, depending on what happens next, be added, or what is going to be added next for 615, 700, If they want to look into more buffs in the future, I do highly recommend maybe, you know, at least maybe for level 2 to give it power accelerator. This is supposed to be like a melee combat suit, right? I don't think it would hurt to give it a power accelerator, even if maybe it already does and I just haven't even noticed. But even if it doesn't, if they don't want to give it power accelerator, I think maybe offense system would probably be a wise idea for the higher cost, the 700O. I feel like offense system for, and I felt this way for a little bit for the O here, is that the O does have really long melee attacks. The downswing, of course, is a sliding downswing, and he kind of, you know, does that over that over slash, right, or the under slash, and the downswing and side swings for the double beam saber, of course, is pretty long winded as well. So I think offense system would be probably pretty helpful for this kind of suit. But yeah, that'll be it in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And you know, type up in the comment section how you feel about the O. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And you know, maybe tell me about what are some of your favorite suits to play in this game, and or maybe you stopped playing them for a little bit because you weren't doing as well with it or something like that, right? And yeah, the O is one of my favorite suits to play in the game. It is one of my favorite suits in just Gundam in general. I really do like his design. I do like quite a few of the Zeta designs, to be honest. Some of them almost more than just the 1 Year War stuff, and I do like some of the 1 Year War stuff, right? But yeah, I'm glad I got this buff. Even I'm almost treating this like a buff for scuff video, but it's not though. I just like the O that much. But yeah, that'll be it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.